It's the middle of October, and the weather is really dark and dreary. There was a big storm that came through, so I thought I'd show you a little bit of where I'm bringing the plants in to rest for the winter months. So here are just a few of the plants that I've brought in. That big Boston fern I made into 5 different pieces, and now I have to find someone who would like some of it. So far, I have only been able to give away one section. I've got a pentas here, and these are herbs that I brought in. There's Thai basil and rosemary and curry, and there's hemazigia. I don't know if that's how you say it, but that's this plant right down here that's supposed to bloom in the winter, this really pretty foliage. So I've got some elephant ears. This one's called black coral. And if you look this way, there are some of my house plants and some of the begonias that I've been repotting the begonias and making new plants of it all. And some of my begonias have names and some don't. So I'd have to kind of look to see which is which. This is a peace lily. I don't know all the botanical names by heart. Here's the fish tank that I had to put together when my dad passed away, because he left us a bunch of his fish. So I had to put together a fish tank to house the fish. And I have 2 of them left. 2 of the fish are still here. There's a chenille plant. This is a plectranthus. And I think that one's Nikki, but I'm not sure. I'd have to go looking. This tree right here was something that my father was gifted when many, many years ago by one of his exchange students from China, that he was doing, conversation. It's a conversation partner. And I brought that from when he passed away. I brought it here. I think it was a dwarf Alberta spruce, but you can see it's kind of leggy right now, but it's growing. It keeps growing. I'm trying to find every surface to find a place to put plants. So I'm hanging some plants from here. These are all cuttings of my coleus. I've got a lot of coleus cuttings. Here's another pentas that I've been bringing out for years and bringing inside in the winter. And on this shelf are all the begonias that I've been cutting back and repotting. If some of them went out for the summer, many of them did not, but I cut them back, put them back in fresh soil, repotted them. And this is a begonia that was from my mom. She had one like this, and I think my Aunt Wilma had one too. And it's just a cane begonia. It's been growing like gangbusters. And I've got some succulents over here. And I ended up putting some of them in this little mini greenhouse because I could never find a good thing to use this greenhouse for. So they're doing well in there. I put sand and gravel at the bottom. And there's a button fern that I brought, that I had outside that I brought in. And I store some pots in here. And I have space under this. This was a stand for a 100-gallon or a 75-gallon fish tank. And I just have a top on it. And I put boot trays under it so I could put plants. Sorry, there's the cord from the skylights. So I could put plants on it. So this little room is not very big. I wish I could tell you exactly. It's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 by 9 maybe. But it's got skylights and lots of windows. So the plants do very well in here. So that's it for this. There's still a little space over here for plants too. And this is another fish tank stand. On the bottom here, I'm going to hang an LED light, and I'm going to grow seedlings. So I'm very excited about that. So that's this room. Little come back and see some other rooms another time.